Welcome in, everybody. It's day 2 of our meeting. This class, we meet every Tuesday and Thursday. This is the Tlingit and Haida language lunch sessions for the Tlingit language. We're excited to be back together again after taking a long summer break. And as students make their way into this class, find the enrollment link, find the Zoom link. So far this week, we've just been welcoming everybody in, getting to know each other, getting you acquainted with the class and what to expect. So we're happy to host you today, and we'll be continuing that discussion. Before I forget, something new that students have been asking me for that I really like is you guys have been wanting access to the slides for our classes. I'm happy to share those. I put a reminder in here and I'm going to share it now. So if you have access to the chat feature of this meeting, I put our slides in it, and so you can follow along. You can look them over if you want to study after class. It has all of our links that we share, so it's just a quick way for you to be able to take a look at what we did. And for today, we're going to continue on. I want to share with you some of our classroom guidelines, set you up for success, let you know what to expect from this class. And then last week, Shirley and I planned all our classes for September, so I'm going to show you that schedule. And just a reminder that our schedule for the class is a guideline, but can change as we come up with new topics or adapt our content. And then on Tuesday, we did kind of a lot, and it was fun. But we started off with getting everybody's names and practicing them together. So for people who are brand new, you learned quite a bit in our very first class with sounds. And we'll continue on with that. And then we want to have a discussion. This helps us get us acquainted with each other. But we're going to ask everybody during our discussion to share a little bit about where you come from and then a little bit about what you hope to learn in this class. So for September, we'll be talking about some berry picking phrases. So when we have that discussion, if you have knowledge or experience with picking berries, either where you live now or where you grew up or where you're traditionally from, those will be fun things for us to hear from you. And if you're brand new to the class, if you just came in today, we're your teachers. I'm Anna Clock. My Koyukon name is Nila Toga, and I'm Koyukon Athabascan on my father's side and of German descent on my mother's side. And Shirley Kendall is my colleague. We teach together. Her Tlingit name is Shagsanikik. Her English name is Shirley Kendall. She's Kagwantan from Huna. Any questions so far? Feel free if you have questions, don't be shy. You can just unmute and let us know, or you can type in the chat. Um, but again, this class meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays from noon to 1 Alaska time. We have our class recordings on YouTube. Talk a little bit more about that. Um, all our classes are recorded and put on YouTube. Takes about 5 days, I think, for Clinkit and Haida's media team to clean up our recordings and upload them to the channel. So just give them a few days grace period if you're wanting to review our class recording. I think it's a pretty relatively quick turnaround, but it won't be uploaded that day or the next day necessarily. And we're going to talk a little bit more today about class resources that we're going to use. Shirley and I were talking some about Pauline Duncan's work and Robbie Littlefield's work on the Tlingit sounds and how she explains them. So we'll introduce a couple more of those today. Okay, so as far as what to expect from this class, we have a super fun class. We're usually a pretty close-knit group by the end of the term together. Shirley and I like to start each class with discussion times, and if you have questions, we like to do Q&A. If you have comments about what we've been learning or anything related to the Tlingit language, we like to make space for that. And so we'll have our discussion today at the end. But again, we want you to feel welcome and comfortable speaking up if you have questions throughout the class too. We recommend bringing a notebook and a pen in case you want to jot down a question or if you want to follow along with what we're teaching and write it down. We recommend that. You can use your notes when we do our activities that require some review. And so bringing a notebook and pen is a good call. Um, as far as like our learning environment, we want you to feel welcome putting yourself out there. It's totally fine to make mistakes. The way we do that is for pronunciation or learning new words. Usually I'll say, everyone repeat after me, and everyone will repeat after me as a group. And I'll often ask Shirley, did we sound okay? And sometimes she has feedback for us. Sometimes we sound good. So I want you to feel comfortable putting yourselves out there when we're learning new words. We do correct right away, but we correct as a group.
I think if you have a notebook to write in, uh,
Mm,
I really encourage that because it teaches you how to write and how to spell. Even if you're using a computer, that also helps in regards to spelling. That puts it in your mind because we don't teach the alphabet. Uh, we teach you, we just teach the language. So uh, we actually cover a lot of alphabet letters in what we decide to teach. So um, just be patient if we don't come to the letter that you're anxious to learn how to do. We probably will come to it. Gonna teach.
Okay, goodness geez, what and we often will have students say, hey, can we repeat this one word? You know, if we learn something and I say, do you have any questions? It's a great opportunity for people to ask about those specific letters that you're wanting to learn. Um, and yeah, so uh, other things you can expect from this class, sometimes we have story days. Shirley and I like to cover history and cultural knowledge related to our content. And mostly we just want you to enjoy our time together and have fun learning with us. So please don't be shy.
We also teach a lot of culture, not just the language, but the culture.
Yeah, any questions so far? Okay, I'm gonna zoom in and show you guys what we cooked up for September. We've already done class one, which was September 2nd on Tuesday. And we talked about what we're gonna do today for September 4th. And looking ahead at the future classes for September next Tuesday, we'll start with discussion, question and answers. We'll show you a poster that we plan to be working on through the month of September. We'll open up a discussion for what do you think about what you see in the poster. Um, we'll talk about some names of berries. We'll introduce some names of berries. Um, we'll continue talking about experience or knowledge about specific berries and start learning phrases. For example, maybe something like, somebody gave me blueberry jam. We have a long-term goal for the month to be able to put together a dialogue, somewhat like a knock-knock dialogue, similar to what we've done in the past, only relating it to berries. And so September 11th, that'll be next Thursday, we'll introduce our knock-knock dialogue, starting with some review for folks are returning students. Who is it? This is, and say your name. And so that'll be September 11th. And then we're going to start in the following week on the 16th with our knock knock joke. We'll bring in some phrases, for example, like, I'm bringing you some blueberries, or I'm bringing you some shag. So substituting the type of berries that we've learned, using them in a sentence. We're going to help you dip your toes into saying things like that. September 18th, we'll continue on with phrases, but pulling in some of the cool language that we find in Jeff Lear's handwritten notes with a lot of cool verbs. One of them we'll probably study is kukit wutuaat. We went berry picking. So when we introduce a phrase like this, we introduce it by one little sound at a time and build on it and kind of drill it for a little bit until people are feeling pretty comfortable and that you can repeat it and use it. So we like to do just one phrase and break it down. So that'll bring us about halfway through September. September 23rd, we'll be doing some phrases. Kukitas wuat, they went berry picking. Um, we'll talk a little bit about grammar. And Shirley has some cool cultural knowledge to share with us on that day. Things that she shared with me her mom used to do when they would pick berries before they go into the berry grounds. Really traditional, really cool stuff that Shirley grew up in, and we'll be practicing those phrases together. Since those phrases are so interesting and we want you to learn them, we'll probably spend a few days on them. So we'll continue on September 25th with those phrases. And then our last class for the month of September will be September 30th. And something we want to do this term with you all is starting to have like a practice kind of mock meeting with everybody. So, for example, if we're all sitting together and talking to each other, we hope that we can, at the end of each month, address each other and use some of the phrases that we've learned over the month and just to start using them in practice. So taking them out of the books and off the slides and using them face to face. We can use our notes, of course, and we'll set you up for that. So for example, for September 30th, we might do a meeting where we're all looking at each other and we're practicing our knock knock dialogue back and forth and just taking turns. So that'll bring us through September. I know it's kind of a lot to take the big picture of what we're planning to do, but do you all have any questions or comments? Okay. Well, I got a lot of emails from you guys, so I just wanted to thank you before we move on for emailing Shirley and me. Now I have your emails in a sheet, so if we need to address everybody, we can do that. If anyone is brand new starting today, I'm just going to put our email addresses in the chat again. So mine and Shirley's. Let me grab it really quick. This just helps us stay connected with you guys. And there's hers. There we go. So if you're brand new today, welcome. And if you get a chance, please send an email to me and Shirley just so we can connect with you. And if we don't have any questions about our schedule, Shirley, did you have anything to add before we jump back into student names?
No, not no.
Okay. All right. So for practicing student names, where we left off was with Felina's name. So let's do a quick review starting from the top. Corey Grant is our coordinator for Tlingit and Haida. He co-hosts the class with us. And let's practice his name first. And we have a pinched K and a high tone I, a short I at the end. So repeat after me just this last sound. Eh. And y'all can unmute your mics so that Shirley and I can hear you. Repeat after me. Eh.
Eh, eh,
Good. Good. And his whole name, Skank. Eh.
danke,
Danke.
Good. Shirley's name, let's start with the last part of her name. It's K, high tone double A, E, pinched K. So repeat after me. Keek.
ki,
He,
And I know some people are getting clipped by Zoom. It will actually clip that pinched K because it's so sharp. Sometimes the software thinks it's a mistake or like something bumped your mic and it'll silence it. So the way you fix that is if you look in the upper right-hand corner of your screen on your audio on your Zoom screen, there will be an option called sound for musicians, and you can turn that on. I think I'll do a demo for that on the next class. Um, but for now, just keep doing the sounds. Repeat after me. Keek.
ki, ki,
There you
he,
go. And the first part of her name, repeat after me. Shag Sani.
dak,
Sani,
dak, sani,
Good. And let's do her whole name. Shag Sani Keek.
Shah,
shak,
Sani,
sani,
he,
ki,
Good. How did we sound, Shirley?
Good.
Okay. Just a heads up, my native name is an Athabascan name. So there are some sounds in here that are not Tlingit sounds. So don't be alarmed. One of them is this GH, and we won't spend too much time on it since this is not a Koyukon class, but this last sound, GHAA, repeat after me, Ra.
ra,
Ra,
Good, yeah. Use kind of use kind of flex the muscles in the back of your throat for that Ra. And my whole Athabascan name, Nila Torah.
Nilatoga.
Nilatoga.
Good. Good. Yeah, you sound good. One thing I want to mention is that in Athabascan we have voiced L's. So this is the only time in this class where you'll be saying your L's voiced. In Tlingit, if you see an L like this, it'll be a sound instead of L. Okay. Let's see, she's not here today, but one of our returning students, Abby, her Tlingit name, let's practice. Ta Xie.
Tasye.
Yay.
Good. Again, Ta Xie.
Yay.
Good. And Trisha's name, Seki.
Seki.
Vicky.
Good. Felina's name, Shirley and I worked on it because she does really beautiful beadwork on earrings and she uses glass beads. So these first, her whole name means woman that makes earrings with glass beads. And so we'll just do one little word at a time. This first one is glass. It.
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 Yeah. There's an apostrophe after the T, which makes it really sharp sounding. And then you get to relax through the CH sound. So it takes some finesse. And just say it nice and slow and repeat after me. It.
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 Good. That's glass. Next word is bead. And repeat after me. Kawut.
Kawoot.
Woot.
Good. Put them together. It. Kawut.
It.
It.
Kawoot.
Woot.
Next word is how we talk about earrings. Guk adi.
Guk. Adi.
Buddy.
Eh. If today's your first day, this period in the middle of the word guk adi tells us to stop the air in our throats. So just like in English, when you say uh-oh, you stop the air. You do the same thing when you see the period here in guk adi. So one more time, repeat after me. Guk adi.
Guk. Adi.
Buddy.
And the last word means woman. Repeat after me. Shawat.
Shawat.
What?
Good. You guys are picking it right up. Let's put these last two words together. Repeat after me. Guk adi shawat.
Guk.
Book.
Adi.
Buddy. Shawat.
Mm. First half, repeat after me. Itch kawut.
It.
Kawoot.
Woot.
Guk adi shawat.
Guk.
Buddy.
Shawat.
Shawat.
Good. Another one of our returning students. Any questions on that one first? Shirley, how did we sound?
Sounds good.
Sheesh. Another one of our returning students is Carrie, and he's a veteran, and he has a really brave profession. I forget what it's called, but he jumps out of airplanes. And so we named him Yandakin Ka, flying warrior. So this last word means man or person, and it's an underlined K. It starts with an underlined K. So that's in the back of your throat. And repeat after me. Ka.
Ka.
Good. Any underlined letters you see like that are going to be pronounced in the back of your throat. So one more time, repeat after me. Ka.
Ka.
Good. And then the word before it is keka. So let's start with just this sound, the underlined G-A-A. Repeat after me. Ka.
Ah.
Good. This first half, K, is all kind of like in the top of your mouth. You have a pinched X, so you're gonna make a little friction using the back of your tongue and say, repeat after me. Chega.
Shega.
Hey,
Again, chega.
Shega.
Good. Try these two words together. Chega, ka.
Shega.
hey,
These first two words mean flying. Repeat after me. Yandakin.
Yan.
yeah, hey,
Good. Again, yandakin.
Yan.
yeah, pain,
And the last two words. Chega, ka.
Shega.
hey,
Awesome. You guys are so brave. If you're brand new, I know a few of you are. You're doing so well, and I just want to thank you for putting in the effort. So, are there any questions on Yandekin Kiraka? We're gonna have lots of practice with these. Okay, let's do a few more. A new student this term. Thank you for being here. Annie's name, repeat after me. It's one syllable. It's Kein. Kane.
King.
pain,
Again, Kane.
King.
Priscilla's name. She's a new student also this term. Kadusne.
Katusne.
Karusne,
Good. Again, repeat after me. Kadusne.
Katusne.
Karusne,
My favorite hobby,
Oh, is that crocheting?
knitting
Oh, knitting.
or crocheting, yeah.
Oh, cool. Kadusne.
Katusne.
I didn't know you could knit, Shirley.
Huh.
Dang.
I do a lot of it.
Oh, really? Seems like a good season for knitting.
Yeah, before the winter.
Mm, fun. Tasha's name, Wuduyi.
What do ye? What do ye?
Uduyi,
Ooh, Shirley, is that your project?
This is what I make.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Since I'm
beautiful.
blind, I can't make sweaters or hats or anything. So I make these shawls to give to the elders.
Love
And I have bags of it already.
Oh,
it.
I don't know what colors I make.
you don't? Those colors are so beautiful.
Yeah. I was reaching a bag and I started knitting.
That's awesome. Yeah, that one you have looked really perfect for fall, that like deep burgundy and bright orange.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
the word is traditional. It's not a new word because it was used to describe what you do with making a small fishnet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a new word.
Oh, cool. So it must be the same kind of activity then.
Uh,
Could do, could do
yeah,
snap.
and it was the men that did it, and I used to see them. They were so fast. You can, they had a tool. Uh, it was made of wood, and I don't know if it was wood or bone or whatever, but the twine is laced in there so that it holds the material to make the net, and they just go back and forth, and they're really fast to do with one hand, and it becomes a net.
Huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Good name.
Hmm. Ursula's not on today, but yeah, we'll have to let her know. Could do snap. Let's do that one again. Everybody repeat after me. Could do snap.
Kaddisne.
Nah,
Kaddisne.
Cool name. And then we have Tasha Wooduyi.
Voodoo ye.
Woody,
Voodoo ye.
Job. The last sound is Y, high tone double E, Y. So with this last Y, you do a little extra stretching of your mouth. So um, you have the double E followed by the Y. So let's do this again. Repeat after me. Wooduyi.
Voodoo ye.
Woody,
And Michael, I got your email. Welcome to class. We're super glad you're here. We want you to keep coming. We're probably going to
Thank
work with
you.
you. Yeah, we're probably going to work with you on making a nickname. But surely Michael is tuning in from Germany and it's 10 o'clock at night his time.
Oh,
oh,
It is. Hi, everyone.
wow.
Okay.
Uh, Thanks for having me.
Yeah, the German language is pretty close to the way we talk. The sounds of,
Is it? Yeah,
Cool.
I can recognize some sounds like the that you do. We
yeah,
we do that as well.
I know.
Awesome. Michael, do you have I can't remember if I asked you last Tuesday, but do you have a nickname that your family calls you or anything like that?
No, not really. No, I don't. Just a shortened version of Michael, equal to
Okay.
Mike in English, but we don't. No, nothing like that.
Okay. We'll probably ask you to email us like as you think of them, hobbies that you really like or activities you enjoy, stuff like that. And we'll be
Sure.
emailing you
Yeah.
back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Awesome. All right. Tanya's not here today, but she's a regular, so let's practice her name. Uh K Kay, high tone double A. Repeat after me. Kaya.
yeah,
Yeah.
Good. Again, Kaya.
Kaya.
yeah,
Okay. The last name we're going to practice today that I know of is Sandrinia's name. Her name means fog woman. And so let's practice this last word first. This means woman. Repeat after me. Shawat.
Shower.
what,
Bow.
And the first word, underline KU, and then G, high tone double A, pinched S. So again, when you see this apostrophe after the S, you make the S extra sharp sounding so that you really hear it. And let's practice this first word. Repeat after me. Kogas.
Kagas.
guys,
Good. Again, kogas.
Kogas.
Okay. And her whole name. Hagashawat.
Gosh, Shaw, what?
Good. And Tammy, I know that you can say your name, but I kind of put you on the spot last Tuesday. Uh, um, what do you think? I can help you with
I,
spelling if you.
I put a thing in the chat.
Oh,
My mom sent me that, but it like I don't know what the spelling was, but it's been around for a long time, so I'm like, I don't know. The eagle was spelled a little differently, but I was like, I'm sure that it means the same. But I don't know, I
awesome.
couldn't find the beginning for in any like dictionaries. So it was like, I don't know, it's supposed to be big eagle or great eagle, but I don't know what the
Mm-hmm.
Uthchak.
Okay. So Shirley, the spelling we got for Tammy's name means great eagle, and the old spelling she has is OOTH pinched space CH pinched high tone double A K.
I'd have to see it or
Mm-hmm.
work with you on it. So,
Yeah. Yeah, Tammy, thanks for finding that spelling. Shirley and I are probably going to work on it during our prep period.
uh, yeah, because it used to be people wrote it in English the way they think it sounds.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of times it's really close, you
Yeah,
know.
the eagle was spelled a little differently, but it was CHUK, and I was like, that's exactly the right word, just probably spelled by sounding it out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, nice work. Thank you for sharing that. We'll continue to work on it and get it dialed in.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And Emily's not here. She still needs a name, so we'll work with her as well. And that's it for our student names so far. Were there any questions or comments?
How do you guys come up with the names?
Shirley, did you want to talk about that?
Yeah, like you heard her say, we talk about what you like, any nicknames that you might have had as a child or with friends that you like, or uh, maybe the games or uh, athletic events that you like. We try to work with that. So,
Okay.
like to fish, you like to hunt, you like. We want to go with what fits your personality. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, welcome, Jen. So Shirley, Jen is a new student to our class today. Jen, did you want to introduce yourself? Let us know like where you're from or anything like that.
Yeah, well, I grew up moving all around. I was a military child, so but I considered Colorado home until I moved to Alaska in 2018. Been living here in Anchorage since then. Um, I guess I enjoy snowboarding, and I collect Siberian Huskies. I love them. Yeah,
Oh, I just realized you're my friend. You guys, Jen is my friend from the boxing gym that I go to. We're like really close.
yeah,
Yeah, welcome. Glad you're here.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we have a couple new students. I also want to get to know Natalia. I see you have your name as Kanglyuk. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, Jamai. I am from Kodiak Island, actually. but I have ties to Southeast, and so I'm interested in learning a little bit more. I really feel like unknowledgeable about the ties. I just know that I've been told Dog Salmon Clan, and that's like it, and maybe Klowok or something. And we really know nothing past that because I'm Sukbek from Kodak Island, but then I've been told that I have ties to Southeast. And yeah, so Kongyuk is my Sukhtun name actually. And that means originally when I was little, it was little wave, and then as I've gotten older, it's wave.
Oh, beautiful.
And that was given to me by my elders from afar.
A southerner.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a wonderful style of speaking down there.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, I have no idea how accurate it is, but like I said, those are the only two things that I've been told is that we had family that I think was originally from Kloak, and then, which that might not even be the right place, but then Dog Salmon was all.
Yeah, we can help you connect with that. Shirley and I were just talking during our prep period about, we want to ask if anyone's from Southern Tlingit territory, so Kloak would be an example of that. So yeah, welcome. And Elizabeth Baker, can we hear from you a little bit? You're muted, just so you know if you're talking. She might have stepped away, so we'll snag her next time we see her.
All right, and real quick, I just wanted to mention this is Jen. The reason I'm taking the course is because I do work with a lot of the elder population that from the Tlingit and Haida tribe. Mhm.
Awesome.
Hello.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming today.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my phone, I have a hard time with it sometimes. Yeah.
No.
I'm from the Carcos First Nation, and from the Yukon, and my Tlingit name is Jakauk. I'm the elder in the school at Ghost Class School in Carcross. So and I do activities with them, and then my one of my passions is my beading. I do lots of beading and regalias and all of that for my kids because they're in a dance group too. So I do all of that for them. And my nickname, did you want a nickname too, or?
If you already have a name, Jakauk, we'll
Yeah.
probably use that in class. But yeah, I'm interested to hear a nickname too.
Well, when I was growing up, my mother used to call me Liggy.
Liggy.
Yeah. Instead of Liz, it was Liggy. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a preference?
Liz is good. Because I usually go by, well, everybody, when I grew up, all my friends used to call me Elizabeth, but when I got older, it shortened to Liz. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
and am I saying your Tlingit name right? Jakauk.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, we want to do a discussion, but I see a question in the chat. How do you spell or say wave in Tlingit? And it's kind of a good opportunity for me to show you guys the dictionary. So I'm going to take a moment to do that. Um, for folks that are brand new, this is the Tlingit dictionary. I know it looks small, so I'm going to zoom in. But it's really cool. It's got a couple sections. You can go um, Tlingit to English or English to Tlingit. And the question we have in the chat is how would you spell or say wave in Tlingit, like waves in the ocean? So I'll share with you how to get to this resource, but a quick demo on how to use it. I downloaded it. I have it searchable. I'm just opening up my search bar. I'm going to type in wave. And I know what I'm looking for. So I'm going to kind of quickly scooch through all the appearances until I get to the one I want. Um, Under T, and it's T, where is it? Okay, here it is. So I'm going to zoom in because I know it probably looks kind of small. But we have our English word here, wave, and then we have some options, which is kind of fun with this dictionary. You have different options, example sentences, and to make it easy to see, I'm going to zoom in. You have spray from waves, hin danjai, or teat, wake, the waves coming off of it or generated by it. But this is the word that I would use, teat. Was that what you'd say for wave? Teat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kadunja is, I always thought it was more like a spray.
Goodness, geez. Good. That is what it says. Spray from waves. Hin danjai. So that would be the spray.
Yeah. The
Okay.
waves, the wind is blowing it so that you get sprayed.
Stormy day. Okay. So yeah, kangyuk. This is how I would say wave in Tlingit. Teet. Teet. And we still have about 10 more minutes left. Um,
I'd like to say something about the dictionary that she went through, and it's done so perfectly, is that online you can find the Tlingit language dictionary. Unless you go to the Tlingit language site, you don't have that search bar on the others. If you download the dictionary into your computer, you won't have that search bar. That was put in by Brunei, is it, I think. So it's
mhm.
really handy for, so you get frustrated because of all the words that you have to look through without the search bar. It's really handy to have that.
Good point. And for people that are joining us for the first time today, I'll reshare this link. Um, we put all of our class resources in this drive for so that it will be easy for you to grab. I'm gonna put it in the chat. If you click this link I just put in the chat, it'll take you to our class resources folder. And the dictionary we're using is this one called Dictionary. So feel free to check those out. You can click them, download them, use them offline, and just take a look. Be curious and feel free to come to class with questions about them. We'll be taking you through them and like how to use them as we go. So we kind of got these answers today. So we want to have a discussion about where you're from. And we found out by happenstance, any students from Southern Tlingit territory. So we have Kangyuk from Kloak. Is anybody else in this class from Southern Tlingit areas like Kloak? What are the ones?
Craig,
Craig.
Cape Fox, uh,
Anyone else from those communities?
Do you mind like sharing on a map perhaps
Mhm.
and talk a little bit about North and South? We also use North and South for our island, but it's a very diagonal line.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be happy to. Let me pull it up really quick. The map I like is one that René made and put in the front of the beginning Tlingit workbook. So I'll make sure this goes into our resources folder too. But to give you an idea of all the Tlingit lands and dialects, if you scroll through the beginning Tlingit workbook, there's this awesome comprehensive map that gives you a pretty good idea of Tlingit territories and dialects. And it's in Tlingit, so I can translate it for you. But an overview briefly would be this pink area is up by Yakutat, and so that's the Kashiach Kwan and the Shechayik Kwan. A little farther down is this green area, and in the map it's labeled Naki, so northern. And this is generally the area we would call the northern Tlingit dialect. It includes Kwanakukwan, Hunakawu, so Huna, Shitkakwan, Akukwan, Akukwan, Jilkatkwan, Chilkat area, Haines, Huna, Sitka, Admiralty Island, Juneau area. And then a little farther south, this orange area of the map, Adagige. This includes Saudan Kwan, Kir Kwan, Shkret Kwan, um, so like cake area. And then we get into the southern area, Ikki, and this is all labeled in red. So this is where Cloak is, Craig, Cape Fox, these, and they have a really beautiful dialect, and there's some awesome work being done on it that we can share.
If we can get James Crippen to agree to talk,
Yeah, yeah,
he's doing a lot of studies on.
yeah. Yeah, so we'll dig around and see if we can get him to come to class. But yeah, so this is the the place where we would consider southern Tlingit land is this red area. And then Tanta, so like the Tongass National Forest area.
The uh, Carcross, we've had other students from Carcross.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. I kind of accidentally skipped this purple spot on the map. This is inland, so Dakka is like inland Tlingit. This includes Tagish, Carcross, Atlin or Atlin, Daislin or Teslin,
Tuskane. Teslin is Tuskane.
Tustlin. Oh, goodness cheese. Tustlin.
I don't know where they hold those wonderful celebration like programs in the summer, but I hear from people that go there. It's really exciting.
It's Shirley, it's Siki from Tagish Kwan. It's Hakustiye and it's held opposite of celebration. And it is shared between Carcross, Teslin, and Atlin. So each community takes a turn hosting.
Goodness cheese. Where was it this summer, Saki?
It was in Carcross this summer.
Oh, okay. I would sure love to go one year. So cool. Did you guys have any questions about this map? Thank you for bringing it up. Kindly. Well, we had a really good session today. We talked a lot about the names. Uh, we have students from Canada. We're going to continue this topic. Since we only have a couple minutes left, I think we'll end here. And if you can come on Tuesday with a little bit to share about where you're from, we'll start our class with that discussion. And for example, if you have knowledge or experience with berry picking where you're from, it'll be an awesome thing for us to hear from you. And then we do also want to pick up that discussion on Tuesday with things that you hope to learn with us this fall. So we still have a lot of flexibility in our schedule. Shirley and I have a lot of fun putting our content together to teach. So if there are specific hobbies or interests that you want to be able to talk about or things you want to be able to say, please bring those for Tuesday so we can put them in our list. But Shirley, did you have anything to close with before we go?
No, I don't really. But
Okay.
welcome to all of you because I am personally really thankful for you to show up for this class because it helps me to keep the language alive. And that's what we want to do, and we want to have fun doing it. So please share this with others that each time you come, we have gained something to keep the language alive. Gunachish.
Goodness,
Gosh, geez.
Ah, okay. We'll see you guys on Tuesday, same time, same link. Take care.
Thank you.
Ah.